Hey there everyone, Blizzard Trading here, and welcome to a deck profile video. This is Handtraps. This is just a deck full of a lot of awesome hand traps, and yeah, I just one day decided, you know, it'd be fun playing hand traps and nothing but hand traps. Of course, I kind of cheated with the spells, but it's really necessary. Anyways, it's just pretty much almost all hand traps, so great. You have your Trags and Gores, Battle Faders, Swift Scarecrows, Jack Frost, Karibo and Rainbow Karibo to stop you from any kind of battle damage, or not really, well, to stop your opponent from OTKing. So this is really good deck. You really want to play on the defensive with this. You got BLS because you have all these kind of plays, and yeah, I'm just gonna go into the replays, but I just want to talk about a couple cards in particular. Starting with Yuki-Usagi, it's basically hand trap, freaking artifact morale attack. And it can also be on the field when you do that, so that's why we have E-Teleport. We also have E-Teleport just to go for synchro plays. You have Jack Frost, a Battle Fader, then you E-Teleport into one of these and normal summon a non-tuner and just get either level 7, 8, whatever. And this last one Day of Peace. This is what I have in for now, but what I've pretty much been deciding with or for against is these cards that I decided whether or not I should really put in here. We have Caius because we have plenty of tribute fodder with all this. We have Chaos Sorcerer because sometimes just one BLS isn't enough. Lancia really is just a side deck card. Like, it's another hand trap that I'm gonna put in the side deck because why not? It's good against some certain matchups. Infernoids being one. Oh my god, and Ritual Beast. Then we got Doom Caliber, Thunder King just for extra utility. Lantern if you don't want Jack Frost, extra Karibo or extra Karibo. Drone Hawkbird, this is one that had my original build. I thought would be better, but really I just never drew into it often enough, and when I did, my opponent already had his plays on. Well, these stay relatively useful the entire game, so that's why I took out Drone Hawkbird, but I'm gonna keep play testing with him. 1 for 1 to get out your level 1s just because you have plenty. Magical Mallet instead of One Day Apiece, because say you want to get your BLS soon and you just shuffle up your entire hand, and yeah, but I really like One Day Apiece just because you can play it and let your opponent do whatever he wants. He's not going to OTK you. And then Jar of Avarice just to reset your deck. And yeah, that's the deck profile. Let's just get on to the replays. Hey, this is our first replay. It's against Infernoids, and yeah, pretty much I'm just gonna let him pass because I just want him to attack me so I can go either Battle Fader or Gores. And I hope to go for Battle Fader because I want to go into a synchro play next turn, and that's why I have Emergency Teleport really in this deck. I do draw into the BLS. I don't know why, but he breaks his skill my Skullmeister. Anyways, Emergency Teleport into Yuki, Crimson Blader, BLS. Crimson Blader gets his effect up so he can't go for his big Infernoids of next turn. And yeah, he's really in a stuck position. But he does top deck the Reasoning. I call the 4 just because it's Sworn Engine. And he seems to actually mill quite a bit, but he does end up getting the Tour Guide, and I'm like, what, Tour Guide? And pretty much he can't do anything from here on out. And pretty much this game's my win. And I just wanted to show this one because, well, I was just showing you how this deck can be aggressive if need be, and how the synchro plays can really help the deck. Anyways, moving on. Here's the replay I have against a slower deck before Pals. So basically I just want to show how different this deck plays if you were playing against a slower deck. So if you normal summons that, I decided to go for Skullmeister, which I usually wouldn't do if I'm playing something like Infernoids or Burning Abyss or, I don't know, Necros, any of that. So anyways, he just goes for this, he's able to attack over it, and I'm just like, okay, I still got Gores in hand, so I'm just waiting for him to get a direct attack. I go to MSC's back row, it's just a trap step, so I'm like, Anyways, he draws into his Soul Morning, which is actually going to come useful, but not now because he's going to be able to summon Gores, get the token, and yeah. Now, I'm glad I did draw into this Emergency Teleport because I go for it and he does soul on this. Because if he sold my next move, that would be really sad because I'm just going to Effect Failure and go for his Stardust. Hey, if he sold that, it'd be a lot worse anyways. Stardust attack, Force attack, he's still left with 1900. But he does have his Pendulum Scale in hand, so he's going to finish his Pendulum Scale and switch on anything but this one. I don't know why he doesn't switch on this. But anyways, he does want to 1-night Gores, and he is able to attack over my Stardust, but I have Rainbow Karibo, so hardy. Anyways, I don't draw into anything, so I'm just able to attack over 101 because I really don't want him to have any material. And yeah, he draws Traps and sets Traps, then defends, And at this point I'm just like, haha, I'm gonna get this. I attack. And really at this point I'm just waiting for him to run out of monsters. But he does draw into Form Power Call, which will let him live another turn. My Honest. Attack over that. Try to attack over him. Form Power Call goes. He adds 2 and he's ready to pendulum once again. Which is really annoying. I tried Jar of Avarice to reset my deck so I could get, I don't know, Veil or something, anything. But he does have Trap Stun. Which is sad. He is able to pendulum and look at that attack. Which is like, holy crap. He does attack by effect or Battle Fader and Rainbow Karibo, so extra defense is extra defense. And at this point I feel like I'm just gonna wait the turn, but I do top deck with DLS, which is like, oh my god, yes. I attack, Honest him, get the 100. He does special summon that, but I am just able to attack over and beat him. So yeah, that's how this deck really plays against the slower deck, and yeah. Hey, the final replay is against Burning Abyss, just to get more of a meta one. It's really hard to find too much meta things on Dev Pro if it's not just newly released. Anyways, he goes for the Dante Rubik set, just trying to get his defenses up. I pass because I'm just going to wait for him to do his plays. He tries to use Dante, I just Yuki him. He tries to use Dante's Affecting Grave, Skullmeister's there. He does Master Chain second, which is weird, because I did not see that coming, but anyways. Dark Claw's out on the field, he attacks, Gores is dropped, Gores gets special summoned, and this is another one of those situations to where I just go all in, and look at this. Just attack, 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 and OTK. So yeah, that's pretty much the deck. Like I said before, the deck is a lot of fun, and depending on what your opponent is playing, really, this deck really depends on what your opponent's playing on how you're gonna progress all your turns. If you're playing against a slower opponent, you're gonna have to play a slower kind of play style. Like, this deck is only as fast as your opponent will let you. As fast as your opponent is, that's how fast you can pretty much be. Because the faster your opponent goes to dish out damage, the faster you get out Gores, the faster you can get out Drag, the faster you get Veil or interrupt your players, the faster you can do everything, basically. And that's really one of the things I love about this deck, because it's such a different experience playing this against a slower deck than playing against a faster deck, and that's why I love it. And if you want to check it out, please do. I'm going to put the Dev Pro deck profile in the description, so if you want to check that out, check it out. If you want to just look it off this and copy it to DN, do that, please do. Please just try this deck. This is a really fun deck, and I hope you like it. This has been Blue Dragon Knight, signing out.